Hello, 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 everybody. My name is Sonia Marie. For all of those that are witnessing and seeing my face for the very first time, hello, look at this big old afro. Coming at you in 2020 with a big old fro. For all the cross watchers, you can take a look at all the information that's below the village. That's below the video. I'd appreciate that. If you don't know me, I do write for Essence Magazine, as well as put on some wonderful retreats. We had our third one this year. These are for people who don't know me. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Hi, Lucy Lou. Also, we do retreats. I have many clients. I love doing couples reads. I don't know if y'all know this, but I love doing couples readings. Please hit me up in my email at wordlifeastrology@gmail. I also love doing like little workshops and intimate groups and gatherings. That's always fun, and we can do that thing on Zoom. I'd appreciate it if y'all can, if you have an inkling in wanting to do that, just hit a sister up. Wordlifeastrology@gmail.com. It's a wonderful Christmas gift. It's a wonderful solar return gift, whatever it is that you want to give. I'm just pumping myself up as people are rolling on in. Hi, Chanel. How are you? Tamiko is here. Act like I can see. By the way, just to let y'all know, if y'all was wondering, am I high? No. When I wash my hair sometimes and soap and conditioner gets in my eyes, oh my God, they turn so red. So I just wanted y'all to know that, just in case somebody's looking at me like, Sonya girl, she was smoking on that stuff. No, not really. Say what? What's going on? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you so much. Oh, it's Tia. Okay. Hey, Tia, what's happening? Let me see about these other people that are texting me. Hi, Ann Weissman. What's going on? Polish My Pearl. And Angela Harris is here. Tinjin, what's up? And Sherlock. I don't know how to pronounce your first name, honey. Oh, Toby. Okay. Hi, Toby from Tulsa. What's happening, Baba 1920? I appreciate you. All the wonderful people in here. Rich Brown Girl. Oh, my God. How you pronounce that name? Jusniec. That's all I'm going to say. Lord of mercy, sometimes I feel so old. Not away. I'll see you soon, sweetie pie. Hi, Sam Flowers. What's going on? All right, listen. I hope to not be on here too long because I feel like in the last couple of videos, I've taken up a lot of your time. So, and even though it is a video, I like to find a way to get right to the point. ASL. Focus, pay attention, and focus, okay? All right, so in any case, now wait, tell Lance to stop texting me. I'd appreciate that. Alicia is here. Sherlock is here. Oh, we already talked, huh? We already did that thing? I appreciate you, Miss Jackson. You're always reposting and hitting a sister up. I really appreciate your kind words. Please, I really appreciate you. Thank you, Nawe. Okay, so listen, again, I don't want to make this long, but I do want to come on here and drop a few downloads that I have. Y'all know by now that I try not to include politics with any of these broadcasts, but I have to say first and foremost, goodbye. See you later, out the door. See you next time, maybe never. Okay? I appreciate it. I appreciate all that you've done, Mr. Orange Dude. I appreciate you exciting and igniting the other roaches that are in our country. I appreciate you allowing us to see who they are. Now, if we continue to expose them, motherfuckers, we can actually either turn their hearts around or tell them to get a piece of land somewhere else on a whole nother other part of the globe. I'd really appreciate that. Now, but I will say this though, watch your back because it's just obvious 50% of the country is with the dude, so watch your back. All you brown beautiful people out there, black and brown people, watch your children, watch your back. Stay low, as my mother would say, be vigilant, okay? Again, not trying to talk politics, but I'm extremely excited about the results. To be truthful with you, I don't know what Biden and Senator Harris, Vice President-elect Harris can do. Because again, I'm not really into politics like that, but I am excited by her face and her positioning, her example for a lot of brown girls and boys, for that matter, to step in a position where they know their worth, they know their value, and they can actually dream bigger dreams than they ever dreamed before. We had President Obama, so grateful for that. But for this woman to slide on in this position, almost like, Biden was like, yo, I got you. Just slip in the back door. You don't need to see the bouncers, so to speak. You are in here, is a blessing. And I'll be truthful with you, it's probably a blessing in disguise. It's going to prove to be bigger and better than anything. And what I mean by that is that so many women, so many people, so many hearts, in my opinion and what I see, are going to expand in such a way under the leadership of this man and this beautiful woman. And again, it's not about their politics, y'all. It's not about what they do. Please, in my opinions, don't get wrapped up into the exact, to the details, to the laws. Although they help to change our existence here on the planet, look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is the permission to shine. The bigger picture is the permission to know your worth and to be out there shaking and moving, not just for the youngsters, but for us as well. So I say ride on that wave of hope and change and love, but keep your eyes open. All right, I'm just saying, not here to preach it, but I will tell it because it's been on my mind. Okay, so let's do a little review astrologically. I don't know what y'all was feeling and thinking. I kind of put a Instagram live kind of questionnaire, not live, but an Instagram post in my stories a couple of days ago about how Neptune has been affecting you. And I really want to know, y'all can talk among yourselves, like what was Neptune doing for you last week? And what I mean by that, if you don't remember, Neptune is the planet of drugs and alcoholism and music and art and dreams and delusion and confusion. All last week, honestly, it was probably saving our ass. Even though I think it was Sam Flowers and I both talked about how it was going to be a smoke and mirrors thing, which actually turned out. Again, this is just a quick review and then we'll go into this week, which actually panned out because they didn't know the winner for a couple of days. So that was part of the smoke and mirror, if you understand that. But how was Neptune dealing for you? Were you smoking a lot? Were you drinking a lot? Were you feeling confused? Did you feel like you wanted to check out? Do you feel like you didn't necessarily need to know the results, or you wanted to know the results? Or like, again, were you so checked out and pulled back where whatever happens, it happens? Honestly, Neptune, in my opinion, was a really warm and almost confusing blanket last week, because it's something we probably needed so we wouldn't be on edge so much, but it probably checked a lot of people out. That's my point. So I was just wondering, if you think about it, if you are not already aware of it, how did you check out? Neptune had everything to do with that. Again, was it music? Was it drugs? Was it alcoholism? Was it alcohol that turned into alcoholism in about 5 days? Like, what was it? You know what I mean? Was it the arts? Was it imagination? Was it like this romance, this idea of love and romance that kind of just took your head and took all sensibilities out of your thinking for a second, and you just got lost in love, lost in affection? What was it? What was it for you? Because I want you, in my opinion, I think it's necessary to identify that. When we identify that, we have an easier time coming up out of it, because this is the week in which it kicks off. This is the time. This is your turn. This is your life. This is the moment in which we can leave the confusion behind. We had to check out. Understand that. Let me just add that. Please do not be hard on yourself if you had to check out. If you had to smoke a little bit more than you used to, if you don't smoke and you just had to eat, maybe you had to eat junk food in order to get through it, you had to get through it. Neptune was literally saving us and coasting us over the weekend to get to here. The moment in which Mercury goes into Scorpio tomorrow, the moment in which Mars goes direct on Thursday, it's time to kick it off. And then, how about this for kicks and giggles? Neptune is still around hanging out, allowing us to transfer through this magic carpet ride. Let's talk about that just a little bit more. Okay, more specifically, tomorrow, Tuesday at 4:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mercury goes into Scorpio. Remember, it was retrograde for a little while. It went direct last week, and I'm wondering, did y'all feel that? I was telling my girlfriend Lucy, like, yo, I woke up the next day and felt Mercury kind of like come off my head. Like the cloudiness kind of left, even though Neptune was still there trying to give us a big warm and fuzzy blanket to weather the results and whatever else we were going through. Squirrel, it was really weird walking around the streets last week. I'll be really honest with you. Folks didn't know what to say to each other. Like, should I say hi? Should I not say hi? I don't know. Did you vote for him? Did you vote for her? Did you vote for him? What'd you vote for? Like it was so weird. And anyway, in any case, Neptune came over that thing. Mercury went direct, but it went direct in Libra. So it's about talking about partnerships and being fair, trying to direct our fairness and our communication. Maybe that's why dude got up on there and did that little speech, Biden, and really tried his best, honestly, even though maybe that's his character. Some of y'all can defend him in that way. But at the same time, Mercury was in Libra. So it was about him speaking, about him talking, about him communicating justice, peace, justice, being fair, the win-win. By the way, squirrel, if y'all didn't know this, Vice President-elect Kamala Harris is a Libra. My my mentor and ex-mother-in-law actually texted me this information. She's a Libra with an Aries moon, and she got a couple of Scorpio planets. He is a Sagittarius. He has a lot of Scorpio planets, she said, and he has a Taurus moon. Y'all take that and go with it. But here's the deal, going back to Mercury being in Libra, he was speaking in justice, in faith, and it was kind of reflecting and going along with who she is because she's a Libra. I don't know if that went over everybody's heads, but for those that want to rewind and check that education tool out right then and there, go on and do that thing. The Mercury was in Libra. She is a Libra, shining like her sun is a Libra, right? So that means Mercury in Libra, speaking, how they were talking, actually resonated with her properly, being that she is a sun sign Libra. She approved it all. She was on her track to say something, to do something, to plan something, even if they didn't win. Her mind was in succinct with what was going on. Hope that's the right word. But anyway, I'm just trying to get through this so it doesn't become a 30-hour long video. So anyway, last week, that was last week, building up to this week. And now that Mercury is going to go into Scorpio, listen to this. Energy is energy. The reason why I go back and forth in astrology sometimes because you almost have to see what happened and the buildup in what happened, how the energy is going to play out, and how you can take advantage of it. Absolutely. If you're aware of anything energetically, you can take advantage of it, manipulate it, negotiate, however you want to do to fit for you to win and for the people around you to win. So, with last couple of weeks when Mercury was in Scorpio and it was going retrograde, I don't know. Pay attention, think about it, meditate on what information was coming up for you. Hi, D. Stokes. What meditation was coming up for you that was so hell-bent, that was so deep in your gut, was bringing up all of these, again, Scorpio is about the depths of emotions. It's about, hi, Asa, it's about the depth of emotions. It's about those things that you don't necessarily want to see. Well, it went backwards, it went into Libra, now it's going direct, but it's going to go back into Scorpio tomorrow. So all those things that you were feeling the last couple of weeks, the heavy, October was heavy. October was so heavy, y'all. October was heavy. But when it comes to that retrograde moment and the things that were coming up, the scorpionic Mercury retrograde information that was coming up, the hurt feelings that was coming from deep down in your belly, they're about to resurface again. However, it comes with clarity now. So for instance, maybe you revisited, I don't want to get too dark into it, but maybe you revisited why, this is really interesting for somebody because it's very clear, why you can't hold a job. Understand that. Sometimes people just can't work with people. Sometimes people are just individuals, right? This is just an example. So when Mercury was in retrograde, probably maybe it was in your seventh house or so, in your 10th house, maybe your sixth house, because it has to do with working with people on some kind of capacity, right? Maybe that Mercury in Scorpio was in your sixth, seventh, or 10th house. And when it retrograde there, it brought up all of this gook and this drama about why you can't work with X, Y, and Z. You cried over it, you got mad through it, you had maybe an argument or two, some misunderstandings. So when it goes back into Scorpio tomorrow, those things will be revealed. However, the difference will be that you can stay detached from it. Whatever pain and trauma that came up when that Mercury was in Scorpio and it went retro, it's coming up again. But because it's going direct, because it's a lighter day, because we passed that hellified full moon that was in Taurus almost 2 weeks ago, well, a week and a half ago, we can see things a little clearly. So what do you want to learn from that? I said all that to say is pay attention to what it is you want to learn from. All the gook that came up, because you're going to see it again this week, and it's going to look quite the same. However, you're different in it. You're different in it. We are squirrel. I just want to get on the soapbox real quick. We are changing so rapidly, evolving, becoming. So we are becoming our real selves, our true selves, so rapidly that every week literally has its own chapter. Things are moving so fast. Time is just not even a measurement any longer. We can't even measure time. Like, just the days are flying by. But understand this, every week, things are developing and moving and changing and evolving and maturing within our bodies, that we have to keep up with ourselves. We have to keep up with the problems that are coming up, the changes that are coming up, the challenges that are coming up, the healing that is coming up, the celebration and the victory that's coming up around it too. It's like a revolving door. It just keeps going and it's moving quick. So this is why, in my opinion, I pray that y'all appreciate these broadcasts, right? Because in my opinion, I'm doing myself and you a favor to set you up for these changing times, these rapid changing times. When I tell you by the end of the week, by the end of the year, we're gonna not only look totally different, but that we're gonna springboard off into a whole new existence. I can't even explain it with words. You just have to feel it. You're just gonna have to feel it. But we've all been doing all of this switching and all of this changing and rearranging and alterations all throughout the year for this freaking moment. This week is the moment. This week is the moment when it jumps off. When that Mercury goes into Scorpio tomorrow and you see all your pain come right back in your face, you go, oh, I know how to handle this now. I know how to deal with this now. I have so much confidence in myself and so much trust in myself. I know how to handle this. Squirrel, another download that came to me recently was that it was the fact that we have a hard time trusting ourselves. Trusting ourselves. Now listen, if we're walking into the new, dude is out. There's still some people that represent who he is that's still on the planet, but dude is out. There's a different vibration that's happening in the air. The world is happy. You understand what I'm saying? COVID is here and COVID is still doing its thing. However, isn't that interesting how we adapt and we stop, because we're animals, right? And we're part of nature. How we adapt to even the word I'm looking for is not in my mouth, Sonia. The catastrophes and the changes that are happening around us. Even though COVID is here and people are still getting sick and people are dying, right? We are slowly but surely, as animals and as part of nature that we are coming into alignment with where the changes are going, and we adjust and we go into that direction. Yes, it comes with emotion. Yes, it comes with frustrations and you're pissed off and anger and all that. However, we are so brilliant. We are so brilliant that we can adjust and change and go accordingly. So why aren't you trusting your intellect, your gifts, who you are? There's no more hiding. None. No more hiding. No more. Do I have to say that again? No more. If you can live through what we lived through in this past year, if you know you have dreams that are on the tip of your tongue, that are fluttering on the tip of your eyelashes. Why not roll into that knowing that you can do anything? Trust your strength. Trust the muscles that you build throughout this year. This is what it's saying. When Mercury goes into Scorpio, not only is that stuff coming up and you'll be able to be detached and see that thing and move it through, but Mercury is about determination. This is what I think I can do. I know I can do that thing, and I'm going to make sure that thing happens. I'm going to make sure it happens. Where's your determination and where's your trust in yourself? Scorpio energy itself has a hard time trusting anything and anybody. But where do you trust you? If you know you survived this whole thing. Understand this, y'all. Please, I pray that y'all are getting this and y'all understand. Yes, y'all. It's that time. No more fear, no more trepidation. Well, I don't think I have the right resources. I don't think I have the right people around me. Will people actually listen to what I'm saying? Will people love my product? First of all, there's always somebody out there that's going to love your creations. Always. Always. One person or a million people, somebody is going to love it. And if we get into I know I'm on this soapbox for a long time, but I'm getting off in a minute. If we get to a point where we realize, truly realize, and I know at least half of y'all know this point, but I really want y'all to sleep with it, understand it, fucking weave it into the tapestry of who you are. The things that come off your mouth, explain it and express it. No. Please, no. I just forgot my whole thought. Oh my God, Sonia, how do you do that shit? Oh, how did I just forget my whole thought? Oh man, I hate when I do that. See, that's all that smoking in the 90s and the 2000s and the... I had a really good point too. Lord have mercy. Okay, the point of the matter is that if you know that you can do X, Y, and Z, go ahead and do it. That's not what I was thinking, but it's gonna come back. Ooh, Sonia. If you want to have confidence, keep going. Yeah, that. The confidence is there. I don't know where it went. It went somewhere, y'all. It's gonna come back. I promise you. I know. God just works with me like that. Woo-wee. I hate that. Anyway, it is a point. It's a time to move forward in that. I was thinking about Scorpio, the determination, thinking of moving forward, highlighting what we see. All right, I know you're trying to help me, but it's not working. Some folks are just in my koala. Don't worry about it. Anyway, we're gonna keep moving because this week, this week it is opening you up to the ideas that you have. Come on, Spirit, give it back to me. Open you up to the ideas that you have, the things that you need to do. Okay, so bottom line is this. As we move further on into it, the week that is, we can do anything when Mercury goes into Scorpio. Determination. Yes, when Mercury goes into Scorpio, it's about determination. It's about setting your... Wow, I wasn't going to say this, but it is about the extreme. It's about doing things that you know you could never, ever do before that you have to do right now. You have to do. You absolutely do. And trust in yourself. It was about trust. Scorpios doesn't trust. But I think it's coming back. The energy of Mercury is in that Scorpio energy. It's about trusting yourself more than anything because we don't do that enough. We don't trust ourselves because we think, oh, thank you, here it is. Because we failed. Because we failed before. Because it didn't look the same before. Because, again, this is what most of y'all already know, is that we did it before. We may have failed before, but now is a different time. Now we have different resources. Now we have different people to help us. Now people are coming together. Now communities are actually seeing that we don't need to be governed. Actually, we don't need to be governed. That if we have our small little communities and we come together and we can build together, sometimes that is just enough. That governing is for them. Anyway, that's a whole nother story in which I'm not going to get into. But I want to talk about this. On Thursday, This is a really good surprise. Bust this. It's a surprise, but it can actually turn out to be something different if you allow it. Jupiter is in conjunction with Pluto. Bust this. Now, I always like, that girl's brain is going all over the place. Jupiter is in conjunction with Pluto. Now, pay attention to this. In the top of the year, when at the top of the year, when Corona really exploded, when the virus really exploded, is when Jupiter and Pluto came together. So, Jupiter for the third time, yes. So when Jupiter and Pluto get together, this is what astrologers have been saying, and when Jupiter and Pluto gets together, Pluto is about the virus. Pluto is about the transformation of things. Pluto is about that underbelly shit. It's Scorpio's planet. Jupiter sits on it to exasperate it. Okay? So that's why the numbers are going up from an astrological standpoint, because Jupiter is huge, and whatever Jupiter touches, it allows it to become bigger. It makes it bigger, so much more that it magnifies the situation. So please, and very please, take care of yourself. Wear your mask and take the precautions, you understand, within the next couple of months so you don't get sick, all right? From an astrological standpoint, it's possible that it can actually, for the next couple of weeks, turn out a whole lot worse than what it was. However, from a whole nother, from a whole nother standpoint, Pluto sitting on top of Jupiter in its own way is manifesting. Jupiter is doing its best to manifest the changes, the transformations that you actually went through. Pluto, that's what I was getting at earlier, trying to roll into. It is saying, Pluto said, yo, we changed some things. We transformed some things. We actually showed up a little bit differently. Jupiter says, all right, not only am I going to reward you for that shit, I'm going to exasperate it, and I'm going to give you the dreams. I'm going to give you the rewards, the awards that you deserve. That's this week. So regardless if that Pluto, if the Corona acts the way that it does, stay safe, but focus on you. Focus on your dreams. Focus on your awards and your abilities to add more to what it is that you have been doing, the work that you've been doing, the dreams that you've been laying out, you know, the projects that you have, the change of friendships and relationships, like more of the good stuff, more of that. It's your time. It's your turn and it's your life. That's what that is saying. Sit and claim your seat is what I wrote down here. When Jupiter's on top of the Pluto, sit and claim your seat. Does that make sense? I'm sorry, I'm sitting there. That's my seat. I'm sitting there. I appreciate you, but no, I'm sitting there, right? Yeah, you might have to find another spot. Thank you for reminding me that that's my seat. Thank you for reminding me that these are my dreams. Thank you for reminding me that the hard work and the transformation that I did, the extreme transformation I've done all year long, that this right here, the seat, it claims to be mine. The rewards and the awards that's coming from that feels good coming through my body right now, and I want y'all to claim it this week. On top of that, Mars is going direct in Aries. Said that already, but let me add a little bit more to that. Y'all know that Mars has to do with aggression and determination, focus, anger, sex. It's moving forward on Thursday in Aries. Now, because it's in Aries, because it was going retro in Aries, it was a little like irritating because Aries is a fire sign. Aries is an agitated fire sign. It really doesn't know how to sit still too long, but it's always sparking and going, sparking and going, sparking and going, right? Quick and very, very, very impetuous, right? Well, here's the deal. When it goes direct, it's almost like it's unleashing now. Now it's time to unleash. Now it's time to go in an Aries fashion. Where is Aries in your chart? Because that's where the fuel is going to be lit. That's where the fire is going to burn. If it's in the 10th house, maybe your career is going to spark off in a way that you never, ever thought. If you have a Leo rising, 9 times out of 10, that Mars is going to be in your 10th house, around about your 10th house, 10th, 9th house. You know, if you have, I don't want to go through all the signs, but the bottom line is figure out where it is in your chart, because that's where you break out. Now listen. Mars in Aries going direct that day is actually going to square Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn, 3 the hard way. So although we're gonna be revved up and we feel like, okay, we gotta do this thing, we gotta move forward, we gotta make this shit happen, there may be some indecisions, right? Because Pluto and Saturn, 3 the hard way, and Jupiter have been in Capricorn. So it's saying, yo, this is how we're going to do this. This is how we're going to build in a pragmatic, practical way. Now that we're going direct, Mars, now that you're going direct, you have to take your cue from me, is what 3 the hard way is saying. We have to do this methodically, strategically. Whereas Mars in Aries has been like fucking, low energy for the last 6-7 weeks, actually 2 months. October 3rd, roundabout. Almost a month and a half. It's been sitting dormant, right? Mars in Aries wants to go forward. So it's hitting those 3 the hard way. Like, I don't give a hell about you being pragmatic and being practical. I'm going to knock this off and I'm going to do what I need to do, like right now. Yes. Yes and very yes. Start what you need to do this week. However, take your cue from all the things that have been breaking down in the last year or so that want to be built up. Bottom line, if you're going to build a foundation with some sturdy ass bricks. Don't necessarily take the road that this Mars and Aries wants us to jump into speed with and make some shit happen straight away when we don't have all the things in place. Does this make sense, y'all? Y'all pretty quiet after my little brain fart. Y'all hearing me? It's not about quickly jumping into and asserting yourself where you think that you lack, where you think that you've been slow on, where you think that you've been, a little lazy in. No. Even if you're coming up out of this and you know that you can go full force in the proper, almost book-like way, step by step, by step by step. It'll go quick if you just take care of the steps. Does that make sense, y'all? I appreciate you listening. I really, really do. I put this right here just to finish that thought of Mars going direct. Oh, but the moon, not Mars. Oh, wait. The moon is in Scorpio. Oh, Libra. That's why it's squaring. So the moon will be in Libra on Friday. Oh, ain't that something? The moon will be in Libra on Friday. So it's the moon that's squaring Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn. But also Mars will be in Aries. So Mars is going to square it too. That's double time. Ooh-wee. So don't get your emotions all in the bunch when it's not jumping off the way you want it to, is what I wanted to say. Don't let indecision stump your building blocks. Make mistakes, but move forward. Even if you're making mistakes as you're trying to build your blocks and do what you need to do, move forward anyway. The moon in Libra, squaring those 3 planets, will allow you to get all caught up in your feelings, and then you don't want to make a decision to do anything. Now you just want to sit back and smoke some more. And you're like, fuck it, I'll just have another week of checking out. No, sir. No, ma'am. We got to get things moving. You have to get things moving, but bit by bit by bit, without being in the indecision. Don't get up on your feelings. Okay. And to end it, oh, that's awesome. And to end it, Saturday and Sunday would be nice and hot and heavy. Preferably you got a bow to kind of sneak up and rub up on. Why? Because the moon will be in Scorpio this weekend, and it's the best time to get sensual and sexual and just feeling good about yourself. Feeling good about the depths of your emotions and having great conversations. It's kind of chilly out here. Yeah, so I have to shut it down in a little bit. And it's a new moon. It's a new moon in Scorpio. So, that brings us back. So if Mercury is in Scorpio this week, and it's going direct, and things are coming up that we've been thinking about and been gut punched by, but we can see it clearly. Now the moon is representing that this weekend. The moon is saying, yes, I concur. Your feelings are like, yup, that's what happened. That's what feels good. That's what doesn't feel good, but I'm going to change it. And going in this direction and claiming our new life and claiming our new space and knowing that it's your turn. It's about taking responsibility for the emotions that come up that have changed you from the inside out. That's what it's about. So when this new moon in Scorpio hits on Sunday, which is at 12:07 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? You'll be able to encapsulate, you'll be able to look at all of these changes that you made and bring something new. New in the light of Scorpio energy is new when it comes to, again, determination about passionate situations, about habits that you may have had, whether they be good habits or bad habits. You understand what I'm saying? Creating new habits, having those new conversations with people that allow you to solidify your relationships in the best way possible. Like if you're going to be friends with people, if you're going to be connected with people and you claim them, get in their face. Get in their face and tell them what you see, good, bad, and ugly, and indifferent. That's what Scorpio new moon energy, and that's what Scorpio energy wants to push out this week. Truthfully, say what you need to say from the bottom of your heart. Be clear about it and with a smile. I hope this makes sense to y'all. This new moon in Scorpio is cleaning everybody out. Punking everybody. You said you feel that way? You say you want change? Let's do it. Scorpio is not a punk sign and not a punk ass energy. It's quiet, it's mysterious, it takes energy from places that you never thought it exists. But when it comes up and out, it shows out. It shows out and it turns the whole environment upside down. So if you're changing and you have changed, how are you going to step into this new life with that information? How are you going to move forward with that information? It's your time. It's your turn. It's your life. Okay, y'all? I think somehow, some way, Spirit brought that little brain fuck back or brain fart out in there. I kind of feel like it did, but it's okay. If not, it'll come back another time. I, for one, am personally detached from all things that make me feel any other way than the perfect being that I am. Perfect, yep, because God made me. Even if I have some mistakes. You are perfect. You are in the light and in the joy that you're in right now, and all the things that you've learned and come and go and come through. You've learned it, you've grown through it, you are perfect. Celebrate that and keep moving forward, okay? All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'm tired of tripping over my words. And I pray that you have an awesome, awesome week. All right? Reach out to a sister if you want to read it. The book is like, I can't even tell y'all. Village and my retreat goers, please check our private pages. I want you to do that sometime this evening. But the book will definitely be ready for sale in the next 2 to 3 weeks or so. So please, please stay tuned. The book is called The Signs, an Astrological Memoir. I really hope, and you'll be able to get it on Amazon and Kindle. If you have an ebook or whatever, you can get a soft copy delivered to you, blah, 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 blah. It's on all the platforms. So anyway, be on the lookout. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.